So, I'm wandering around the city center, and this is just kind of off Castle Terrace in Edinburgh. Not the most beautiful day for a walk, but whatever. Regardless of that, we're out and about and, eh, taking advantage of the fresh air and some daylight, getting some vitamin D, and checking out that beautiful view. So, look at that. You've got beautiful, beautiful castle towering over you, you've got the park beneath it, and unfortunately, right next to it, litter. Litter is not even the word, because in my head, litter is like a piece of something small. There's nothing small about this. This is like clothing, chairs, sleeping bags. You could assume someone was sleeping there, but then just dumped stuff. But I mean, chairs. Where is the council? This is like directly beneath the castle, Edinburgh city centre. This is like shameful, really shameful. Oh my gosh, wow. Oh wow. Jeez. Unreal. I've never seen anything like this, ever. Like, I've been to multiple places around the world and I've never seen anything like this. It's hard to believe that this is 2021, UK, Scotland, the capital. Edinburgh is a beautiful city. It's got all the commodities of like a massive metropolis without all the hustle and bustle. It's calm, it's fairly quiet, but it's got everything you need. It's beautiful. The architecture, the nature, the greenery, and the friendly people attract millions of people from around the world, to come here visit or to come here to live. And it is an amazing place to live, to start a family. But then there's this. And I'm speechless. Having to pay £200 a month, which equals probably $250 to the council for maintenance, for cleaning, and then this is literally on your doorstep. Think about that. Especially in the time of COVID, when we all need a little bit of a pick me up. We go for a walk, sun is shining, you're walking around, you're seeing beautiful buildings, nice smiling people, and then there's this. I mean, I'm fully aware that there are people on the margin of society who don't care, who are vandals, and who will make this happen. But I can assure you this is not exclusively caused by these people. This is caused by ordinary people who just literally don't care because they think one piece of rubbish will make a difference. And this is what it ends up looking like. Cigarette butts, countless, by thousands and hundreds of thousands. Look, this is just a little piece of grass outside someone's house. Whether this is a posh area or a rough area, I don't really care. This is what it looks like. It's just heartbreaking. So we're just by Leith Walk, literally by the big Tesco in Leith, and such a presentable, frequented area. Look, this beautiful little garden. You can find whatever you need. Oh my god, this is not never ending, man. Wow, look at this. The amount of foil, drug like trash and alcohol related is even more disturbing that way, but it really doesn't matter what it is. Oh, fabulous. Well done, everybody. Look, there's like a scratch card. Maybe we can find a winning one. There's like, look, coin. I don't know, but you need to win a line, right? So nah. Of course, if you don't win, you just dump it wherever because who cares, right? Nobody gives a shit. Beautiful. You have a tea bag if you're thirsty. Just see what other treasures we can find. Beautiful. There. So it's like if you want to pick this trash, even if you tried, how are you supposed to pick that? Look, one thing is trash, right? But another thing is this. What is this? Why does the council leave like the leaves just there to rot? Like, how is that okay? And there's a credit card, I think. Look. Bloop. Bloop. Credit card trapped in trash. Boom, boom. I'm not gonna show the name, but there we go. We're rich. This stuff by the curb that's like turned into mush, and it's like trash integrated, litter integrated with like leaves and mud. Because that all it needs is someone to take a shovel and come shovel it away from here. The smells, man. Look, and again, we're talking about poor people, the homeless, but this is Starbucks. No fucking homeless people buy Starbucks. So who is guilty of this? There's cabbage there. Nice, huh? We're gonna have a nice, modern, beautiful tram and some cabbage right beside it. Beautiful. Just show that we're like right in the middle of fucking Leith Walk, yeah. It's just about trash, you know? It's about litter. Yeah. I just want to make a little documentary about like how bad it is.
Ever since these towns then started, the bits, fairly bits, all the shops have closed down.
Abandoned everything. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Terrible, eh?
You know, I understand this is our responsibility to take care of the area, and it's our responsibility to clean up after ourselves. But there's always someone who doesn't care, and that's why the council should be leading by example. The council should be present, visible. There's people cleaning. Maybe that would teach people. It would make them think, you know, somebody still cares. Maybe I should care as well. Or to say the least, they would be afraid of getting penalized or getting shamed. But there's no one to be seen cleaning up, and it's like a lost cause, really. So look here, we're just off Leith Walk in Balfour Street, and look at these overflowing bins. It's one problem that people litter on the street and like drop litter and stuff, and it's another problem that there is simply not enough bin capacity for us to be able to dispose of our trash or rubbish or litter correctly. For example, you see a lot of people like picking up their dog litter, their dog poop, and they put it in a baggie, and then they have to carry it for ages. In the end, sometimes they have to carry it home with them because there's nowhere to put it. The bins are literally overflowing with dog poop and other stuff. So it seems that the council doesn't have enough capacity to empty these bins regularly. And bins such as this, like, did you know that if those bins overflow, the bin men are not supposed to, they're instructed not to pick up any spillage? Now, I understand that they do have limited capacity of their trucks and, you know, daily runs and things like that. But then if they're not able to do that, who is? Like, who is gonna pick that up? You know, there should be some service, or they should simply increase the capacity to meet our trash needs. Like, who else is going to do it? Or are we just gonna drown in litter and trash and rubbish and debris and furniture? Like so, like here. Like, the council just has to do something about this. Enough is enough. And now it's time to do something about it. Okay, so here's a little message for everyone. When you're walking and you have a piece of litter, or you find a piece of litter, like say this, and you see one of these guys, do you know what these are? They're not decoration or anything like that. They are litter bins, trash bins, rubbish, garbage bins, cans. And you take one of these and you pop in here, fucking job done, you know? Slightly overflowing bin. If you need a glove, shouldn't really put it here. It's overflowing. Maybe sell that. A couple quid on the side. There's a sock to go with it as well. What, like, do people just undress in the middle of the night here? Is this what happens when you come home after a party and you only have one shoe on? Is this where they go? Oh, come on, boy. So this just shows you, this is right beside the dumpster. So I imagine people didn't just dump it. It's actually overflow from the bins. Is what this is. So we're probably not going to pick everything up. But this is an example of why the council should provide a service where someone picks up the overflow and the spillage from the bin. So that at least the area by the bin can be clean. Oh wait, mask. Pick that up. Masks are going down. And look, you know, here you go. It's not just about trash picking, but like I said, dog feces, you know, very unhygienic, not what you want on your sidewalk, on your pavement, and definitely not what you want when you're picking trash, because you're not gonna pick that with this. You need a big shovel and you need some protection from the unhygienic crap. But even with this, could maybe like pay someone who doesn't have a job, out of work, to pick up the recyclable parts and take them to a recycling center and pay them a couple of bucks to a couple of pounds to do this. And that'd be great. Like, this is beyond something that people can do on a Saturday afternoon, because there's just so much of it that you can stop in one spot like this and spend half an hour trying to thoroughly fish everything out of here. So this is a job for the council to come with a massive shovel and just shovel the whole thing in and away with it. It's not something you can do like this, you know. I mean, we're obviously trying to do whatever we can, but this is impossible to deal with like this. I mean, picking these, like whenever you guys see this, you know, grab a glove or grab a stick or something and try to dispose, because this is dangerous for squirrels, it's dangerous for swans, for ducks, for birds, you know, they get caught in it, they eat it, and they really can suffocate or whatever. So for wildlife, even for like free roaming cats, or, you know, they can get caught in it, and that's really dangerous for them. So if you spot one on the street, maybe try and pop it in the bin if you can.
It's just a mess.
Yeah.
It's a mess. It's awful.
To try and get council
Just get some
help,
attention.
or-
Lots
yeah.
of people on like Facebook are complaining about it, you know,
Yeah.
in Leith. So we're just trying to, just get their attention and stuff.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
I do it all the
Yeah.
time. Every morning, walking
Yeah.
the dog, when nobody's up, I do it. And the next morning, and you just think, what's happened?
I know people litter, but I think the council should be like in the front, like,
Absolutely.
you know, giving
Oh.
good example. And
Yeah,
don't
I know.
poop.
I know where I can find loads of needles every time I go. Yeah, it's just awful. And beer cans, and nobody gets punished for it.
And it just drags you down, because it's such a beautiful place, but then everywhere you turn, it's just off-putting and sad, you
Yeah.
know? Totally.
Yeah, they can't do it. I mean, the bin over there, it's just completely full. Every bin you see at weekend, and
It will obviously take a big change, but you know, just like step by step. You know it, bro. So I've picked a full bag of rubbish, random things around Leith. We literally traveled about, 1,000 meters maybe in the last 20 minutes, and I picked a full bag of trash, of rubbish, debris, litter, clothing, masks, whatever, and it didn't even make any difference to the situation around here. It's still dirty as hell. It's not even 0.01% of the whole situation here. So it doesn't even make a dent in the problem. So I think hopefully that can make you understand how massive this problem is that we don't need a couple of people picking on the weekend. We need people from the council, people who are professional cleaners, cleaning the streets every single day. And then on top of that, if there's any litter just being thrown around, we can go out on Saturday, all of us, and do our little part in making things better. But this just has to be resolved in a professional, organized manner, because it's just too huge of a problem for a couple of people like myself to come out and fix it with a little litter picker. traveled around the city with this. I mean, look, there's rubbish in the tree. Now look at that tree there. All these like plastic bags and stuff. Oh, great. Wow. It's like, do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind? Yes, yes, I do. Every day. Yeah. So, needless to say, Edinburgh's a beautiful, beautiful place to be. Whether you come here to visit or you come here to make it your home, to maybe even start a family here and start your future here, kind of like myself, you know, having lived in a couple of different places. This is a place of beauty, of natural beauty, of amazing, unmatched natural landscapes. Lots and lots of greenery, and specifically Edinburgh, the architecture, the history, but also the job market is quite attractive. You know, of course, just like every place, it has its problems, and having lived here for most of my adult life, I'm fully aware of that. But this is not what this video is really about. Edinburgh is amazing. It's full of nice, polite, friendly people. It's got a good job market. It's got beautiful flats, apartments, houses, quite a high quality of life on average. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about the issues here that some people are poor or whatever. That obviously happens everywhere. But on average, the life quality, the air quality, the water quality, the social services quality is great. And I have always been happy to live here. I've lived in a few places in Scotland, Glasgow, now Edinburgh. This is my home. This is where I've decided to put all my work, all my personal talents or efforts into making this my home. I really have to make this appeal because there is literally trash flooding our streets. During lockdown, it seems that the council, the government has just abandoned us to absolutely sink in our own filth. There's dog feces everywhere. There's furniture, debris. There's stuff rotting around us. How is this okay? The council should be out there leading the way. They should be, marking the tracks for us to follow in cleanliness and picking up litter. I've tried going out picking up litter with a little litter picker, but it's just virtually impossible. It's all rotten into this big mush of leaves and debris and feces and just nastiness. And how are we supposed to live like this? You go on a nice little stroll, look at this beautiful green cemetery, but then you're tripping over bottles, you're tripping over dirty nappies, you're tripping over needles. Like, your dog can eat something, your child can pick up something. This is no longer safe for anybody, mentally or physically. Where is the council? You're very happy to collect an extremely expensive council tax, and what are you providing for it? We're in lockdown. The only joy we can possibly find is from going on a nice, beautiful walk and admire this beautiful scenery the city has to offer. But the litter kicking about under your feet everywhere you turn is just depressing, to say the least. Never mind, it's dangerous. You should be looking after our health in this pandemic by providing a safe, clean environment for us, our children, our pets, and the wildlife. What about the ducks, the geese, the squirrels, eating dirty needle caps or something? This is ridiculous, man. Just something really needs to be done. People have been saying that this is all because of the tram being built in Edinburgh. Edinburgh is now extending its tram line, and people say that it's so expensive, that it's costing the council so much money that they're not able to provide other services adequately. But regardless of whether this is true or not, this just cannot go on. This video proves to you, if you haven't seen this, but I'm sure if you live in Edinburgh or the surrounding areas, you have seen this, and you see this every day. And there have been people stopping me as I film this, saying, yeah, there's trash everywhere. This is absolutely shocking. So I really hope something gets done about it. The more we all come together and complain and report and also clean up the city and keep it tidy. Don't drop litter, pick up your dog feces, but the council has to provide bins for people to put those feces, those litter pieces in. The bins are overflowing. People go to the effort of picking up their dog litter or whatever, but then there's nowhere to put it. So they get frustrated and they dump it on the streets, and it's just a vicious circle, and we have to do something, or vicious cycle. I'm not actually sure. Either way, it's just crap. So literally and figuratively, it's crap, and it has to stop. Let's make this beautiful city shine